to release me when I'm about.
This dey happen live and direct. I wan make una beg click the subscribe button so that we go to give una updates on every single thing wey dey go on in our country, Nigeria, and everything that happen for Biafra land. Make sure say una click this subscribe button right now so that una go to get authentic information and share it to everyone on every social media platform so that they go there at alert. In case if you dey do anything, make sure say you share am to your brother, share to all the whole Biafras so that they go see this thing. Make sure say you no forget to click the subscribe button. Now the only one I fit take encourage, support us. Click the subscribe button, share to everyone on every social media platform. NNAMDI Kanu don't talk again. Say now we be say the you want buy now. The time we be say they think of how to release them. I want to make sure say una watch and listen to every single thing, everything that is playing on this video, anything where they play right now. Make sure say una watch and carefully. The ending part where this guy talk now, give it to this guy talk at the ending part where we say I love most, where we say in turn. So I want to make sure una pay serious attention, listen to every single thing and information written to us within NNAMDI Kanu they plan. So watch them and make sure say una click the subscribe button. Thank you. You know say this particular time now, no be time we be say we need to hear short. This is authentic information. This
Hundreds of youths from the eastern part of Nigeria leave their residence in Uyo, Enugu, Onitsha, Owerri, and other parts of the east and converge on Afara Road in Umuahia. Most of them waving flags and disrupting traffic flow for many hours.
To disrupt people. Remember, you are disenfranchising their human rights. Do you know that? Yeah. They have the right to exist. And give us what? Yeah. Give us NNAMDI Kanu and give us what? Yeah. Whatever the security people ask you to do what?
They want to release me when I'm about to die. These are the heavy words that came from NNAMDI Kanu, the detained leader of IPOB. And this statement alone has spread like wildfire across Nigeria and beyond. People are talking. People are worried. People are asking questions. Why did he say this? What is happening inside the detention that made him speak in such a way? My people, this gist today is deep, and I want you to stay with me from beginning to end. And as we move together, please don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe to the channel, because your support keeps this platform alive, and we want to keep giving you the news the way it is, in plain language everybody can understand. Now let's go straight into the matter. In recent days, the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed a new date for an important ruling in NNAMDI Kanu's case. The new date is the 26th of September, and that day is very crucial because the court will decide on big issues around his trial. His lawyers have been pressing the court, saying the government does not have a strong case and that his health is already going down. They filed what is called a no-case submission, meaning they are telling the court, look, there is no real evidence here. This man should not be standing trial any longer. The government, on the other hand, is saying, we have a case, we have charges, and the court must allow the trial to continue. This back and forth is where the tension is coming from. But what shocked many is when NNAMDI Kanu himself said that he believes the authorities want to release him only when his body is already failing, only when he is about to give up. Think about that for a moment. That is a very strong fear to express. It tells you he feels unsafe, he feels neglected, and he feels that his health is not being taken seriously where he is. And you know, Nigerians, once such a statement comes out, it doesn't just stay small, it spreads across social media, across radio, across newspapers, and every side begins to react. And as you are listening to me right now, please don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button so that more people can also join in hearing the clear breakdown of what is going on. Now, let's look at the reactions. Immediately after that statement made the news, many Igbo elders and leaders started calling for urgent action. They said, "This man is not just a prisoner, he is someone with a huge following, and his health should not be toyed with." Some are saying if something happens to him, it could create a very serious problem for peace in the country. IPOB itself, the group he leads, has warned strongly that if anything bad happens to him, the consequences would be unimaginable. That is the language they used, and it is why people are saying the government must handle this case with wisdom. At the same time, the government and security agencies are trying to stay calm in their statements. They don't want to look like they are bowing to pressure, and they are reminding everyone that this is a legal matter, not just a political one. For them, NNAMDI KANU is not just an activist. They see him as someone facing charges tied to national security. This difference in how both sides see the same case is what makes it so hot and sensitive. Let me slow down here and remind you again. My viewers, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I know you're following this gist, and if you're enjoying the clear way we're explaining it, then support us so you don't miss the next updates, because I promise you, September 26th is going to be a big day. Now, let's move deeper. This whole story did not start today. Many of you remember the journey. NNAMDI KANU's first arrest happened years ago, and since then his case has gone through many twists. He was given bail at a time, but then left the country. Later, he was arrested abroad, and the way he was brought back to Nigeria in 2021 was one of the most controversial parts of this saga. His team called it extraordinary rendition, meaning they believe the process of bringing him back broke international law. That issue is still hanging in the air, and some human rights groups outside Nigeria have also raised eyebrows about it. All of this means that when you hear him say he might only be released when he's about to die, you can see why it makes his supporters angry. They already believe he was treated unfairly in how he was arrested. They believe his detention has gone on too long. They believe his medical situation should have led to him being freed on compassionate grounds. So, when he makes that statement, it doesn't stand alone. It is like pouring petrol into a fire that was already burning slowly. And now, let us look at the health matter, because this is where the worry is strongest. Different people who have either visited him or spoken to his lawyers have said his health is not stable. We don't have every medical detail, but the reports that keep coming out talk about needing urgent medical attention. When a detainee's health is in question, especially a high-profile detainee like this, the government normally would try to avoid anything that could look like negligence. But the feeling from his side is that they are not doing enough. And that is why his words sounded so desperate. Again, viewers, if you are still with me, quickly tap that like button and subscribe, because this gist is not only about today's headline, it is about where the country is heading with such a sensitive case. We need more people to hear these updates in plain, simple English without too much legal grammar. Now, what happens on September 26th? That is the big question. The court is expected to decide if there is enough evidence to keep the trial going, or if it should be dropped at this stage. If the court sides with the NNAMDI KANU's team, it could mean release, either full or on bail. If the court sides with the government, then the trial continues and detention also continues. Either outcome is going to shake things. If he is released, his supporters will celebrate, but questions about what happens next politically will come up. If he is not released, then tension in the southeast may rise, and the calls for protest or civil action may increase. You see, this is why elders, leaders, and community influencers are speaking up. They are saying, let us prevent fire before it burns out of control. They are asking the federal government to consider humanitarian grounds. They are asking IPOB to calm their followers. They are asking the court to act swiftly and transparently. Everybody knows that if this case explodes, it will not be good for peace and unity. Now, when we talk about NNAMDI KANU's case, we cannot ignore the political meaning. This is not just about one man in court. This is about identity, about history, about how people feel they are treated in the country. Many of his supporters see him as a voice for the Igbo people, a voice that stands boldly when others are silent. To them, detaining him is like silencing their cry. On the other hand, the federal government sees him as someone who is challenging the authority of the state, someone who pushes for separation. And they believe allowing him free movement without accountability could weaken the unity of Nigeria. So, this case has become bigger than law. It is about politics and emotion. Think about it, my people. Anytime his court case comes up, you see heavy security presence, you see social media light up, and you see international organizations pay attention. That alone shows you how sensitive this matter is. If it was just an ordinary case, it would not attract this level of spotlight. But because NNAMDI KANU represents an idea that many people hold, it has become a national event. Please, while listening, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. That way more people can hear this gist without noise or confusion. Now, let's touch on his health again because it is central to his fear of dying in custody. His lawyers have repeatedly told the court that he needs urgent medical treatment. Some reports suggest he has underlying conditions that are not being treated well enough in detention. And you know, when a high-profile detainee begins to talk about death, the tension increases. Supporters begin to say, is the government trying to keep him until he wastes away? That is why elders and human rights groups have stepped in, saying that if he cannot be released for legal reasons, at least he should be released temporarily for medical reasons. The danger here is this. If something bad happens to him while still in custody, the government will face both domestic and international backlash. IPOB has already warned of consequences, and if his health collapses inside detention, the reaction could be explosive. So, the wise step would be to handle his case with care, not with stubbornness. My people, don't forget, September 26th is not far. The court will decide on the no-case submission. If the court agrees with his lawyers, then he could be set free. But if the court rules against him, then he will continue to stay in detention, and the trial will continue. This is why his recent words about dying in custody hit Nigerians so hard, because the court date is around the corner. Let us also talk about IPOB for a moment. IPOB is not just in Nigeria. It has followers outside the country too. So when KANU speaks, the reaction is not only in the Southeast, it is global. You see hashtags trending, you see diaspora groups making noise, and you see international journalists paying attention. This case has crossed borders, and that is why the federal government is very cautious in its statements. They don't want to show weakness, but at the same time, they don't want to appear cruel.
In case if you never click the subscribe button, I beg make you click the subscribe button. Now the only way you feel take encourage support us so that we're going to give an update on every single thing where they go on. I beg this work no days. I beg encourage us click the subscribe button. You know, so all these things really happen right now. Now because of say the country where we find ourselves into now, the country where we say they lawless, they even care, they even follow rule of law. Now people will be say the rule now them be the people where they make law. They go just they do other things where we say no even make sense. You keep Mazina the Kalun for detention for almost 8 years, getting to 10, almost 10 years now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, almost more than 10 years now. We say you keep them for detention. What do they even talk, or what do they even say? No, they even make sense. Now we be say when I don't say this in the future just affect them. Now we be so when I want just release that. All those things don't make sense. Now Nigeria they even play politics because of this thing. Now people want they even blame now the leaders. People they even rule us. People will be say they be governor. People will be say they be from east. All these things where they do. They think say if they do eye service now, only way we be say government go recognize them. No be today we be say this eye service don't be eye service don't dey for long. We be say you think say eye service go even make people change their mind or people change their mind. I don't know whether a secret memo we be say they don't already pass. Say look at how I go the 3 Biafra. Look at how I go the deal with people we be say they be Igbo. I don't know whether a secret memo. And we think make Mazina the Kalun just stand Gidigba say no matter how we being go make sure say he achieve Biafra. No matter how we being must come out with Biafra. And government they think say na only the keeping him in detention na only way we be say they go just make sure say they kill the momentum of him of Biafra, no go fit happen because right from time where we say Biafra don't be Biafra now something we be saying now destiny of people of Biafra to be Biafra. No matter how we be, no matter how they try to thwart, no matter how to Moses was the person will be say in lead children of Israel, but people will person will become their destiny, no be Joshua. So on how we be, no matter how they try to do or no matter how they try to sabotage the movement, go fit happen. Anything we be say Oluwa talk saying go be, anything we God don't already sign as saying go be. So it go only take years, it go only take time. No matter how they take fight and no matter how they take do, no matter even Jesus Christ, before Jesus Christ came out, no be wahala everywhere. They try by all the whole children, but see yes, person will be say the saying go, we go be the Messiah, he still be the Messiah. For people will be religious people. So no matter how him be, I believe say one day this Biafra go come and everything will be say everybody they pray for or happy for. Now what thing go they happen? And that's not because nobody go way good day for this country. We no go talk say the country never tire. And nobody will they me I don't even tire. Everybody don't tire for this thing because of waiting. The system don't even fail. And then the reason why other people they even come and say they don't even tire, they won't even go their own separate way. Since the government don't say they don't know what to do, they don't know the solution to Nigeria problem. Maybe they just go and separate them. This country itself don't even reach even six country or 7 country. It is enough for them to even separate them. Make everybody just go on their separate way, pack their own load, make their own nation, rule the way we say they know say go there like other country. Other country don't even leave us behind. But Nigeria still they go backward. Nigeria still they so now the thing where we say Biafra they even the premier they come out from. So keeping and imagining the kind of detention no go even solve this problem no matter how they try keep her. But I want encourage everybody to have that faith, have that belief that one day this country will be say Biafra will be say everybody they pray for may come. One day it must be actualized. So no matter how we be, no not just believe. No they pray for our brother Mazina the Cal may come out from that detention because I know say the only God go fit just run out for us and the only God go fit just thought them they go just confused, they no go even know what thing they go do. They go just sign laws will be say at least Biafra go benefit. So I no go just talk much. I want just keep them here. Make sure Simona support us again by clicking the subscribe button. We're going to give an update as time goes on. Everything where they happen for court, anything where they happen, we're going to give you update of everything they happen on how the progress where would it take on this journey. I beg, don't forget to support your brother by clicking the subscribe button and share to everyone on every social media platform so that they go to see what they happen and make sure say you click like and also share. Thank you so much.